What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Main Issues Podcast. I'm Al Taylor, also known as the Act 24 over at Late AF Gaming on YouTube. Here with the one, the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, DJ Williams. And also the above average gamer. Gotta remember to put that one in. And Amanda, which I was supposed to come up with something for you, and I still hadn't. We got to work that out. And our biggest supporter, I say that he is a producer, Frank Polite. How's everybody doing?
Doing awesome.
Good, man. Good. Glad to be back.
Yeah. So, what everybody had going on? I want to hear from you, Frank. What's going on, man?
Man, nothing. Just been finishing up them comic panels. Been doing a lot of drawing, little sketches.
So you're an artist. I didn't know that you were an artist.
Yeah. I used to, doodle a little bit, then got a little more serious in high school. Then joined the Army, dropped off a little bit, been picking it back up. But working on a comic right now. 2 of them, actually.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got to see some of that. I'm actually in a graphic novel book club. So, I can get, and it's, I got a couple students and a professor, a SCAD professor in the group. So, I could run and buy him. See what he think.
Who's the SCAD professor?
Give you some pointers. Tim.
Oh, dang! I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually supposed to go to SCAD remotely, but talked to the wife, and I got more credits and stuff in business. So she was like, "Nah, business." I was like, "All right."
So you could finish up that or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can finish up the business degree.
Oh, okay. Well, there's always time to go back to that. You just get. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I don't talk about school too much, man, because I was supposed to go too. I was supposed to go to Art Institute of Atlanta. I was all the way in there, but then they started talking about all that money, man. I got scared. That thing was it was so wild because like I couldn't afford it. I obviously couldn't afford it. Got all the loans that I could possibly get, and I still couldn't afford it. And then we get to that point where if y'all can't cover this, then you either just can't go, or you can try for this lottery grant, which they enter a bunch of people into a pool, and one person gets it, and it was like a very little chance, or so they claim, that I would qualify for the loan, or I would get picked for that grant or loan. Yeah, it wasn't a grant, it was a loan. So you enter in a lottery to get a loan, and then like we didn't want to do it even. I think I entered anyway, and we didn't want to do it, me and my mom, because we both sitting there like, man, this just seems shady, man. Like they trying to get us for all the money. And then we were like, okay, we just don't want to do it. We'll see about doing something later. We'll see about doing something later, and just give us back the money we didn't pay. Like we just gave them money for a tuition deposit and something else, because they charge you money to pay tuition, which is wild. Yeah. They didn't even want to give us the refund. My mom had to go ham on them. Like I never seen my mom like that before.
And you said they didn't want to what?
they didn't want to give us a refund for the tuition deposit in a couple. It was like, I think it was like a couple other things we had to pay for up front in order to like pay them more money for stuff. They didn't want to give us the refund. They were like, they can't do that. And we're like, why? We literally just gave you the money. We just handed you the money. In fact, I think it was a check. So she would have just canceled the check if that was it. Shoot.
Shit.
But they ended up after she had to get hot with them, they finally like gave us the refund and we got out of there. And of course, after we got back home, we get a phone call talking about I got chosen, randomly chosen for the loan. Which is like, how convenient. Like, it still didn't sit right with me. So I'm like, I'm just not going to do that. Which I should have been trying to go to SCAD anyway. Because if I went to SCAD, I could have just...
much more money.
I know, it's the same.
More money.
It was the same? It would have been the same?
Yeah,
That's
it would have been the same. Yeah. I mean, it's art schools. So, I mean, they just hide in general. Yeah, it would have been about the same, except I would have, in Atlanta, I had to find a place to live or, because they didn't have like regular
dorms
or whatever. They had like lofts and stuff that were.
And it wasn't the OnlyFans back then, so you wouldn't have been able to do that either.
But yeah, if I was here, I could have just stayed with my grandparents and, caught the bus or rode the bike to school, really. But I wasn't thinking about that then. Plus, I was being stubborn. It don't make a whole lot of sense now that I think about it, going back. It's like, why didn't I just
man, that's how it always is. Older you be wanting to slap the shit out of younger you. Like,
yeah.
Like, I remember this time my dad gave me this it was like a chart / calendar or some kind of little thing he gave me. I think I was like 15 to 16. I started working at the Wendy's by the mall. But what the chart / calendar thing was, it showed you how much money to put aside each paycheck so that when you turn 18, you will have $1 million.
Oh,
like it calculated interest rates and everything. I ain't did that shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like for 18 and it's like 18 or 19, and then like another piece of it was like for 21. Like if you keep it up. I started doing it, and then like something happened. I think I went to like the fair or something, and I like end up spending a big chunk of it, and then after that I was just like, I had to head with
it. Yeah, man.
And then like I wanted to start doing it again, but I couldn't find it, and Pops couldn't find it again. So man.
Yeah, that kind of stuff I think about now too. Just like saving money, like putting a little bit away in like doing it now. It's like, what if I had been doing this with my first job? Like when I was living with my people, didn't have to pay rent, and like what, I don't even know what I was doing with the money. Like now that I think about it, because I don't
nothing to show for it.
Yeah, don't have nothing to show for it. I mean, it's just wild. Like now that I have to send all this money out, it not a whole lot coming in. It's just, man, what a difference it made. Like if I was even making the same money I was making back then and living with my people in the same situation, I would have way more stuff together. Like that would be sweet right now.
Man, ain't it?
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah, man. Get being an adult.
Like what?
I remember I wanted that freedom so bad.
Boy, ain't we was stupid?
Yeah.
Man.
Like, take it back. Take it back.
I'm telling you. Be so thirsty to grow up.
Yeah.
Man.
What you
See,
got
that's why I was
listening to y'all talk, I guess.
Yeah, nothing to chime in. No mistakes you wish you could have backtracked on.
Yeah, that's what.
Woo, leaving home so early because I left when I was 15.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done with school. I'm not learning anything else. Teachers are bad. The school was just bad. And my mom was like, she left us. She moved to New York. My stepdad wasn't interested because we're not his children. So I just packed my little bag and left. But
this took a dark turn.
You know my stories always go bad.
Yeah, you know that's all.
I don't know that, but I am starting to notice a pattern.
And going back to what you were saying, Calvin, like if I would have just sat my butt down and all that money I was making when I was younger, actually did something with it, I could be somebody. Like if I would have stayed in school, I would have been in law school finishing up. But here I am. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But I can't.
You did tell me that before.
I can see that. I'd hire you.
I just can't sit in a room with four walls. I can't do it. My brain starts daydreaming. But anyways, I've been making a lot of wigs lately. A lot of wigs.
And you've been making. You said something about human hair.
Oh yeah.
Earlier. Yep, I seen you was talking about wigs, and I clicked back off. I was like,
no, because you wasn't watching her live, shaving all her beautiful hair off.
Nope.
I still am amazed. I had that much hair on my head. Filled up that grocery bag.
And when you just said, matter of fact, last time on the podcast, you talking about you were bald headed.
I was on the side.
You were not.
I didn't say I was fully bald headed.
All that hair.
Saying that you are bald headed doesn't have any percentage.
Yeah.
You just bald headed.
For me, you gotta ask me details.
I'm feeling that, man. My hair catching up on me now, man. I done already started losing hair. That thing be having me feeling all kind of ways when I see like the top of my head, you know, like the top center of my head where my granddaddy missing all his hair. that's where my hair going first. I don't know if you can see it on here, but
damn, Kevin, it ain't that bad.
That's because you're supposed to be using Savannah curls.
It ain't looking that bad now. You know what? I need to get my wave grease from her.
Shoot, I gotta start getting a temple fade.
I was thinking about ordering some stuff from her because my hair is already starting to grow back in. So I was like, I need to take care of it this time because like I said in the chat, I've never seen my natural hair because I'm always dyeing it, straightening it, putting chemicals in it, and I'm going to try and see what it looks like this time and probably end up cutting it off again.
How many times you done tried to do this? Because we were talking about that the last time you cut all your hair off.
I don't. I keep trying.
After we had the mohawks.
Oh yeah, we were so fashionable.
You gotta use local and like European and other country type of hair products because their standards are different from ours. Like ours, you got pesticides and whatever. And them, nah.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't care what they put in it.
Like even that fast food, man.
What they say on the food, some of they don't care. As long as the hair look nice.
Put napalm in the hair. Better make it right.
Put napalm. Yup.
Yeah, man. Gotta look elsewhere, especially with fast food.
You said, what about fast food?
Like fast food, even like I think the best fast food I had was overseas. Like best, like chicken nuggets in Kuwait, bruh. It's like they freshly killed the chicken and made McDonald's chicken nuggets with them.
You ever eat all that BS?
You ever eat chicken nuggets over in Russia?
Nah, I ain't even tried. I had vodka in Russia.
The reason I brought that up is because KFC about to start making the 3D printed chicken over in Russia.
Made my skin crawl.
Oh, they doing it in Russia. I thought it was gonna be doing it here.
I thought so too, until I started reading through some of the stories. In particular, one I'm looking at from Business Insider, that they actually put that in the title, that it's in Russia. But the rest of them, you know, the headline just say they doing 3D printing the chicken, but they don't say where. So like, yeah, eventually I think the plan is to bring it everywhere, but this is where it's starting in Russia, because that's where I believe that's where the actual plant is that does the bio 3D printing. So, and it's gonna be, and I'm not understanding if I guess it's just like the chicken as it is what they're gonna be printing out. Like it's gonna be before they put it through the process to, you know, make it into a fried chicken nugget. Like they not just gonna be printing out the nuggets and serving them, is what I'm saying. So what they do is take like the like actual cells from chicken, like real chickens, and recreate that. And
so basically what they're doing with the 3D printed organs.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah. You know what? I forgot about that. Yeah.
I said we talked about it.
Yeah, you're right. We did. Yeah, you're right. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't really see. It don't seem. Well, they're not doing it here, so I guess it ain't no big. But I don't see why it would be a big deal. I mean, we already eat fake meat as it is. What the hell is the difference?
Well, the difference is it's going to be actual meat. It's basically going to be cloned meat.
Correct.
As opposed to what we have now, like that nasty stuff they keep trying to serve us, like the Beyond Meat and Impossible Burgers and stuff. It's just not the same. Whopper. Like it's goo.
Yep.
And like I heard about this kind of stuff before, when like Impossible Meat was blowing up and stuff. They were talking about these other kind of processes where they were actually cloning the meat, but I don't believe anything has come to market yet.
Oh, you mean like the lab grown meat?
Yeah. That they grow out on like just trays. They just make like trays of it, and it looks weird.
All that stuff, it's all going to be grown in GMO. Like the one scientist I used to work with in the IT department, he was like talking about how they run the tests, how they do the trials, how he pretty much he doesn't care whatever he eats because he has worked with the GMOs and he knows how they're structured, and he just blames like sickness and everything on overeating and people's like mixture of choices. That's what his thing was.
So he feels like GMO doesn't actually matter. Is that what you're saying?
That's essentially his like view on it, since he's work to help develop GMO foods.
So it's like even if the foods didn't have genetically modified organisms in them, just you overeating and all that would still cause the same health issues and stuff we're having now.
That's what
that's
what
his idea.
That's it. That's his stance.
Okay.
On it.
Okay. I mean,
but
there's some things wrong with that, but
yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, I think to slap that to overeating being a problem it's kind of making it seem like all these issues are a one solution fixes all type thing when it's not, and it's not due to overeating. It's due to the random BS that's going on in our foods. Now, granted, he might have the inside track on these GMOs, and he sees there's nothing being put in those, but he doesn't have the inside track on all GMOs.
Right.
And not only that, but it don't necessarily have to be a GMO. Like, look at MSG. MSG has a bunch of stuff, and that's not even a GMO. It's a fucking seasoning additive, and they've been using that for forever. So it's not technically a GMO, but it ain't good
I would take
either.
MSG over GMO any day. I mean, MSG is in steaks. It's part of, it's a compound of a molecule that's found in most protein meats.
Yeah,
so
but
I would take that
also
over,
put into everything. If you go to a buffet style place, you eat MSG because it's used to make you feel full. So that's how buffets get over. Like, granted, you'd be like, oh man, they can't be making any money with a buffet, but they are, because you're not eating as much as you probably would if they wouldn't put MSG on every damn thing.
Well, there's also different kinds of it too, because originally back in like the between 20s and 40s, it was, like you said, a seasoning additive, but it was so that meat and other dishes would be flavorful, because when you take it and it hits your taste buds, it sends the signals to your brain. So it'll make food taste more flavorful, more, like you said, fulfilling. That was the original. But then, of course, we got all these different changes in technology and all these federal laws where I think there's even a law. I don't even have access to it, and I got like a secret clearance. And they have patents on different food additives that they don't even mention inside the foods.
Oh, dang. Well, I mean, that's not
that surprising.
Yeah,
scientist friend the inside track on that. But no, I'm with Calvin. That's not surprising either.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they do for a second. Then I'm like, of course they do. Like, if it's not laws in place that say that they have to do this stuff, well, actually, I take that back. Even if there are, unless people are actually going to check and enforce those kind of laws, they're not gonna care. They're gonna do whatever they want to do till they get caught. And when they get caught, they got, the biggest lawyers, they got
the money, they got the lobbyists.
Could have been Amanda and and the take all the lawsuits out. Be like, for this reason, we didn't have to do this at such and such time because of Article 3,472. Yeah, man, it's too much stuff going on over there.
It's a known unknown.
No unknown. Mr. Conspiracy Man. What kind of conspiracies you got for us?
Man, it's usually not even ones I make up or nothing. It's like people like send me stuff and I'm like, nah, that's not right. Or that's half right. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like what?
So I had a cousin send me the whole 5G thing, right? 5G coronavirus, causing it and all that stuff, right? And
please kill it. Please squash that shit, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna say what the video was. So the video was some British guy talking about birds dying because of 5G, and he was like, you don't see birds flying around because of the 5G towers. When there's birds way in the distance, you can see flying around and whatnot. And then talking about people being sick. They visited this one couple that literally put foil all around their apartment because they're afraid of 5G, right?
Yeah.
So broke it down for them. We got your usual 4G and 3G, right?
Yeah.
People think as you go up, the signal strength or the strength of the bands go up. It's the opposite. As you go up, the actual signal and the waves go down. So you need more 5G towers because the signal is weaker. You don't need as much 4G and 3G towers because those bands travel longer distances.
You talking about 3 millimeter wave 4G?
Yeah.
The problem with those are like they're easily blocked by structures. Exactly. They can't travel through buildings and stuff the way that 3G and 4G can now. Exactly. So the answer is you need these towers, hotspots, basically in fairly close proximity for them to be able to, for you to be able to have that coverage everywhere, that continuous coverage. To me, it's like I don't know if you know about a mesh network, like with internet, where you have instead of just having like one router, you have the separate kind of router boxes that connect to each other, and they share the same signal. They share the same network. I mean, it's kind of like that.
And I explained it all to him because I work in IT. I'm actually a system administrator.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what do you think? Told him that. And then he was like, well, how would you know? I mean, have you experimented or whatnot with that? I'm like, bruh, if you got like now internet, like contemporary internet, you use a 5G signal or you got the 2G channel. I've had 5G inside my house for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I have coronavirus now or be dead? Like if that was the case, the same type of signal, is just by different means.
Yeah.
So
and also the thing that I have to keep telling people, there aren't any towers for 5G.
Yeah. It's very seldom you'll find them now. I mean, of course they're there, but it ain't a lot. They still rolling it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are towers.
There are, but they aren't. There aren't towers. They're adding these things to poles, regular poles that are emitting 5G. It's not the traditional cell. Yeah, they're not the traditional cell towers that everyone keeps thinking about. They're going to start springing up. I was just more so talking about that point, is because
just repeaters, so that they can get the signal out further.
Right, and also I seen a video where somebody was like, they put 5G antennas in the mask that they got everybody wearing.
What?
You know, the little, if you get a real medical mask, there's that metal bar in it so that you could form it to your nose.
Sure.
People legit think that is an antenna.
No,
I've got that video on Facebook like 5 times, and I know for a fact that out of a few of those people who send it to me really think that job is legit. I was like, bruh, like, y'all are not serious.
I mean,
y'all really think this is a freaking antenna? It's not connected to anything. You can't. Random antennas don't. You can't put a metal bar and call it an antenna. It still has to connect to something.
Right.
Where's it getting juice from?
Right. That's. Oh,
ignorance, man. Ignorance. It's the fall of an empire.
That Florida Senate meeting or whatever. They had a whole bunch of Floridians coming up talking about, I'm not gonna wear a mask and you all going to hell because when the 5G come, I'm like, bro, I wish I could have been sitting there.
Man, and I ain't even thinking about 5G because, man, I still got straight talk service, man. I ain't trying to get no real phone service.
My coworker was telling me that oh yeah, shout out to Zach. But my coworker was telling me, I told him I would say that like 3 episodes ago.
Okay.
My coworker was telling me that my coworker is telling me that his girlfriend, they have Verizon that she pays for 5G, and I was just like,
but there's no.
Wait, so there's an extra fee for 5G? Like they charging people?
Of course they are. Well, they're charging. I guess they're charging people for access now. I guess. And I just read this thing that AT&T is forcing people to upgrade because it's like if they're not supporting old phones. Like if you don't have a newer phone,
they are now. I don't know how much that has to do with actual 5G.
I don't think it has
but
anything. I think
they're
AT&T
saying
is
that if your phone,
it's
for phones that only support 3G and like regular like plain 4G
service
and doesn't have voice over LTE, doesn't have HD calling. Like if your phone doesn't have HD calling, then you will need to upgrade. Like even my phone from just last year doesn't have HD calling or voice over LTE.
Like they trying to flim folk.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But he was telling me that his
doesn't
girlfriend
have it in the US. Like my
what?
My phone is I imported my phone, so it's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, I was telling him, I was like, man, that's not. I was like, it's too soon for that. That ain't legit. That 5G crap they charge you for ain't legit. Right. He was like, oh, no, it really say 5G. It might say it, but it ain't. Then I explained to him how signal strength and stuff work. I was like, that's what make it 5G. You can slap anything on it, say 5G, like, But I was explaining that to him, and I was just like, I'm not saying she won't have it at all, but she ain't gonna have it everywhere her phone is gonna tell her she has it at. I guarantee you that. I was like, it's new. They started it last year. You don't have it. And as a matter of fact, whatever construction or building or manipulating of towers or whatever it is they technically are doing to give us all 5G has been drastically set back due to the coronavirus. So no, there is not an abundance of 5G. Hell, I would argue that it's practically next to none at all.
Especially if you don't live in a
major city.
Yeah,
which
in a major
we don't.
City. Yeah,
we live in Savannah.
We're not a major.
And they don't even him and his girlfriend don't even live in Savannah. They live in one of the outer cities. So no, I was like, nah, man, this. But he did mention that she gets better signal because he was like sometimes they'll be in country areas and like he won't have any signal and she will. And I was like, well, that could be phone maker model. I said, but even then they might technically do give her a stronger signal or some kind. I said, but at the end of the day, that ain't 5G.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it's AT&T and T-Mobile, which have the thing that they're calling 5G, but that is, it's just slightly better 4G, or if it even is better in most cases, it's just like a boosted signal. And
T-Mobile need to boost some signals in general because every time they send me to the countryside on Red Bull, I get nothing.
Dang. Yeah. I mean, surprisingly, I have been places like with Straight Talk. Like I'll be in areas where nobody else is getting service and I am sometimes.
I do
and I
miss
got
straight
cheap
talk.
service, and y'all got
Have you been
Verizon
to-
and stuff.
Have you
Well,
been to
straight
Guyton
talk.
yet?
No, I don't have any reason to go to Guyton, but that's where
I
you
would
lose all
imagine
your
not.
signal at.
Nobody got signal in Guyton.
Nobody.
And
I
when you
never
do
got
get it,
signal out there.
see,
Oh,
and when you do get it, it's choppy as hell. You might get it at this convenience store, but walk 2 feet away from that convenience store, it's gone. It's dead. I don't know what the hell is up with Guyton. Man, the signal is hard. I hate when they send me to Guyton. I don't like being cut off like that. I try to do whatever the hell I need to do in Guyton to get the hell back to civilization.
Yeah. So Amanda, you stay in really not a major city.
Whew. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty sparse there.
Sounds thrilled
Like, what
to
did
live there.
what did you tell me the population is? Or
like 900.
yeah. So how is your service out there?
I get about 3 bars on a good day. None in the house at all.
Oh, none in the house?
Yeah, I have to sit in the window,
Wow.
and that's 1 bar at best.
Dang.
You need to put an antenna in your house.
That's
Damn.
rough. Yeah.
You get your
But,
phone
like-
company and give you some repeaters.
Yeah, definitely. Because you need it to work in the house. Unless y'all got a
Straight talk for
landline in
you.
there.
Now we got Magic Jack for the house phone.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Bad.
Man, I forgot all about Magic Jack. Jeez.
The only reason I forget is because they using that at work for one line that they don't really need to use that much, so they got Magic Jack just for that one phone, or something akin to Magic Jack. At least it's a internet phone thing.
What, Vonage?
Yes, I think it is Vonage.
Yeah, I'm about to say
I
Vonage
haven't heard of
and Magic Jack.
Vonage in a while.
Yeah, I forgot.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Them corny ass commercials they used to have.
I was just about to say that. But like, if we go down to Detroit, like halfway there, if we go the back way, there's no signal whatsoever. Like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're not in the cities, you're not getting much of a signal.
Yeah, you don't really need a signal until you're actually in Detroit. Fucking
Coming
around.
back from when I was driving back from Oklahoma up here, like until I got out of the top of Oklahoma, I had no signal, and I was in the middle of nowhere. I said, if my Google Maps stops working, I might as well just live out here on the side of the road because I won't know where I'm at.
Now, supposedly
still
you
have
should
the-
still be able to get GPS even
Yeah,
without
I'm just,
your data.
I like to exaggerate it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I felt that way too. Like for a long time, like I was using another thing called Here, another maps.
Ooh, I like
app.
here.
Yeah, because you could download the maps, so you would have the maps downloaded, so you didn't need a data connection to actually look at the map. You just needed the GPS to tell you where you were positioned, and then it'll overlay that onto the map that's already downloaded, and it worked pretty good. I mean, of course, Google Maps now does that, but at the time they didn't.
I was just about to say that. What you talking about? Google Maps?
Yeah, they didn't do that until much
That's
later.
now.
It was third party apps doing that way before they started.
Oh yeah,
doing that.
that's how it always goes. People innovate, and
Yeah.
then the big
And then
big
they act
dog
like it's
snatch
such a big deal, such a big update. Like, yeah, it's an update, but it ain't new. They should have been did that. Got all the money in the world. Y'all couldn't implement that.
That's
and
funny
even
that
then,
say
you
that.
have to do it manually. It don't do it for you.
Oh yeah, you have which I think it should, because it doesn't even take that much storage space. So
It don't.
I mean, to
I
have
think that thing took a couple megabytes, literally a couple
and
megabytes.
you could have like a couple city, wherever you need to go. If you going cross cities, you don't need to like download the world, but just enough where you could get to where you're going, not have to worry about it. Well, if y'all wondering why I keep looking around, I got the cats in.
Yeah, I keep looking around because
so
my
that-
little one keep running in here.
Yeah, I see you kept muting it. Like I hear like a baby voice that you mute.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh,
the daddy walk in and be like, Daddy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, daddy time. Frankie, tell us about this comic book that you've thrown the main issues in, and if at all possible, could you put it up on the thing? Because Calvin didn't.
I tried. It said I got to be a host to do it.
Oh, okay.
Well, what is on? It's on Instagram.
Yeah,
it's on Instagram.
Just check your tags.
I had put it up on here, but you talking about putting us in it?
Yeah, y'all in it. I got y'all in it.
Oh, well,
yeah. Explain the comic. Yeah. Explain the comic because you explained it to me, but explain it on the air.
Okay, so the basis of the comic is kind of like what's going on now, except for us as Black people and other races who are down with Black people. We decide, you know what? Why fight the system? We didn't make it. We're not going to win. And so we say, screw it. We come together for a few years and we make vessels go out of space and decide to colonize space ourselves to make a new society instead of
shit dope, ain't it? Shit dope, ain't it?
Hey, I'm down for that.
Once we do get out there, a few decades pass, our technology advances, and we've already been more technologically advanced because we, all got together, put our resources together. And so decades later in space, we doing our thing, but the people we left on Earth finally catch up technologically. And since they done abused the Earth and they done had wars, nuclear wars and stuff while we were gone, they decide, hey, we come into space, they colonized it, we're gonna take what they made. You know what I'm saying?
Rinse and repeat.
Kind of like, the Europeans and everybody coming over to the other continents and colonizing and stuff. Yeah.
Side note, that term colonizers that was established by Black Panther is catching on like a mug. I have yet to turn anything on, and they have not called a white person colonizer. It is hilarious. That shit stuck so hard.
Heard that before. I had never heard that before that. And then it just kind of blew up. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the basis of it. And the comic strip that I made.
So you sent it to the main issues Instagram?
I tagged your Instagram in it.
So my personal Instagram.
Your personal Instagram. So the strip is YouTube orbiting around Earth because there's a certain individual who, pretty much brought everybody together, which is my main character. And he's still on Earth, kind of like imprisoned because the deal was they wouldn't interfere with, the rest of the populace going into space as long as they got to keep the main character as a prisoner for, starting the whole, like another riot, like a revolution that caused everybody to come together to leave. Man.
Calvin, if you can't find it, go to my Instagram page and look at my tag stuff.
I think I found it. How many pages is it?
It's just one page.
It's just one page. Right, okay, that's
one that I
make sure
put out so far.
Before I
but I got other pages. I just need to ink them and color them.
Okay. Because I got two of them, but one is with color, one is without. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put this one on here.
The one with color is the one that's actually going to be in the.
No, he sent me one personally, and which I'm glad he did because I was gonna say, well, I want to see what we saying. But by the time I checked my messages, he had already sent me one. So, but no, you cannot enlarge pictures on Instagram, unfortunately.
Yeah, and in it is DJ and you on PS7 or whatever, playing whatever Call of Duty is out at the time, orbiting the Earth because y'all waiting, for the main character to see if they're taking him out of stasis to punish or either like transfer him. Yeah.
Okay, so I put it up on the screen
I see nothing.
for people to see. Like I don't know if I could.
So
I don't know if I
impatient.
could share it on here, but I'm sharing it through OBS because I don't know
Oh,
how to
okay.
do that on the
Oh, that's cool. As
on the
long as
thing.
people watching it see it,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, man, had to put y'all in it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
This is way too far into my gallery. It's not showing up for some
Yeah,
reason.
because I definitely need to enlarge
He
it.
got to
'cause
he got to
it's-
get past all his screenshotted fans on this stuff.
Ah!
Shots fired. It be your own family.
It's okay. I patch up the wounds too. Combat lightsaber certified.
Speaking of that comic strip gave me a good idea. I'm gonna get us some the main issues jackets or something made, but maybe just shirts right now because the damn sure ain't gonna be no jacket right now. Jesus Christ,
Get some masks.
that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we need a logo. We need an actual like graphic design on the logo. You do stuff like that?
Wait, didn't Tiffany Friend was supposed to be making us a logo? What happened to that?
Man, I don't know.
I've been
I don't know,
making
man.
stuff for Mark's stuff with Lisa for her channel.
What? That Negro made me think he was doing it. I knew he ain't had no skill like that.
Oh.
Wait,
what happened?
He conveniently, my brother. Well, you know, I told you my brother has a YouTube channel that he does with my cousin.
Right.
But so apparently he made that logo, which my brother showed me.
Well, if it's the orange one with like white letters, I didn't make that one. The one I made is purple and orange, and then I made another one that has a actual illustration of her sitting on a stool with her name to the side.
Right. I've seen just about all of them, man. Your name always seemed to be conveniently missing from the the creation of the said logo. Boy, I swear. Again,
I mean, he might be using his own right now. I doubt you using the ones I made. I got y'all.
Oh, appreciate it. We will pay you. I guess.
No. Just making the dream work, man.
See, I ain't say nothing with that. I'm like, wait, let's see what he has to say.
I mean, if anybody breaking bread, it's gonna be equal parts. So, Amanda, you coughing up too.
You know what? I still ain't figured out how I'm part of the podcast. I thought I was just a guest one time.
Of course you.
No, I was gonna be a member.
I gotta add Amanda.
You're supposed to be running on social media first of all.
Yeah, that was the main thing. But
I gotta add Amanda to the comic.
That's the main issue.
Just make sure you put me in a good wig.
Oh Lord.
Do a comic.
I make her the snappy dispatch.
Yeah.
I do want to be the chair guy though in something. Like if there's ever superheroes, I'm gonna be the chair guy.
Be like, did you get that communication out with us? Did you get that communication out for us yet? Still working on it.
So funny thing about that. After that panel, I drew another panel where the hero, the person wakes up, main character wakes up, and there's a location that they're supposed to go to or whatnot, because y'all got an inside man on Earth that's supposed to take them to that location, and y'all can transport them to y'all ship, not any other ship, just y'all ship, because y'all within the solar system. And he's still in the chamber, transports to you guys, and then DJ, giving you the rundown, the background of what happened when y'all used to live on, when y'all were living on Earth from his point of view. And then he not paying attention. Al's like, yo, is that thing supposed to be beeping? And he's like, I don't know. And then he's like, but it's beeping. He's like, maybe we just gotta like plug it in or something, right? So y'all looking for stuff to plug. He like, why don't you go check? I'll go back there, and then the pod just opens up, right? And I was like, hey, so is he gonna still be asleep or whatever? And then you tell him whatever situation he was in or whatever state of mind he was in when he first got, put into stasis is the situation he gonna think he in when he get out, which the person's situation was they were getting beat up on and in the middle of a riot when they got put into stasis. So the pod opens up.
So he's swinging.
Comes out and freaking Al's like, yo, come get your man. and the way I drew it, there's no light in the room that you sent Al to go check. So like there's just a red light that beeps every so often, and the character getting closer to Al.
Oh man, that sounds dope. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh man. That's cool. Dang, so
exciting.
you got it.
But I got it thought out.
You got it all thought out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you just talking about putting us in the thing. You didn't
No, I got it
already started doing
like
stuff.
like the society and everything. Each group has their own little hub that you can go to, but everybody intermingles. But everybody has their own culture that they had on Earth. So each city or each planet will be different. So you go to a Polynesian planet, it's gonna be a whole bunch of islands and look nice. You're gonna go to an African/Black planet, it's gonna be straight popping textiles everywhere. Go to an Asian planet, they're gonna have Japanese that stay in one region and Chinese and everybody gonna have their own thing, their own uniqueness, but they still intermingle. They still coexist. You know what I'm saying? And then with that, you're gonna have the societies, the black market, and the criminal elements. Because no matter what, a society is gonna have a criminal element.
I was gonna be crying.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have like people that just do their own thing that just they enjoy that everybody's intermingling, but they don't really fuck with nobody like that. So
wow.
And then I'm gonna have side stories.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait
for
to see
each main characters. Like I posted something on my Instagram. I want to say this week. It was some black market dealers that they sell during the day and they transport animals, but they moonlight as animal rescuers. So they'll transport exotic animals they found within the new solar system and then go save them later anonymously. That's like their thing. Like they became black market traders so that they can track all the animals and save them.
That's pretty smart.
That's funny. That's like that sounds like, do y'all know this YouTuber named Corporate with a K?
Oh, you talking about I ain't never seen this car before.
Yeah. So I think his videos are always titled Black Chicago Be Like or something like that. But he recently did a video where it's always like a story and funny type video. And he recently did a video where this guy recruited him and his friend to rob people. But the scheme was he got his friend being a Uber driver, but they only pick up people who going to the airport. So if you leave in your crib, to go on the trip, the main dude, Corporate, he's robbing you after Buddy take you on your trip.
Oh.
So they know you ain't gonna be home. So since you're gonna be gone, we gonna break in your shit. So the black market exotic animal thing kind of sound like he just released that video probably like a couple of days ago. So I ain't trying to say you stole the idea or anything, but it's just funny.
And the black market people are actual people that I know that live on the island. My homegirl that used to work at GameStop and her boyfriend or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool.
So most of the main characters are gonna be people I know.
Dang.
Okay,
man,
that's what's up.
That got me hype.
And I want to put I'm gonna have Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm gonna put Gary Owen in it. I'm gonna put Killer Mike in it. Yeah, there's a few people I'm gonna put in it, do little cameos and tag them and whatnot.
Oh, shit,
But Killer Mike, I'm gonna make him. I want him to be the president or
I knew he was
whatnot.
gonna say that.
Because the way it's gonna be structured, as far as like all the nations, there's gonna be one central base or whatever. You know, like a United Federation of free space or something. I'm still working on the title, but centered in a galaxy that's near all of them.
Okay.
And he gonna be the president that curses people out and all that.
That's what's up, man.
National anthem be Run the Jewels.
Right.
Yeah, man. Shoot, did y'all have any any conspiracies that y'all ever wondered about, that y'all were interested in, or that y'all always wanted to see what other people's opinions, or if they had any actual knowledge on them?
I'm surprised
Not
Amanda
me.
ain't
I know
jumping
they are.
on this.
Not me. I know they are true.
I'm real surprised
I'm all true.
because she usually a foil cap person. Amanda,
Shoot, I just
Yeah, what's up?
you ain't got no conspiracy you want to
Looking
discuss?
like she sleep over there.
I'm not sleeping. Nah, I'm good on
You ain't
conspiracies.
in frame either. Why? Yeah, why half your head been in this thing this whole time? What's up with that?
I lost the other half.
You lost the other.
So
it's
so
the
that be
reptile
talking
people.
out of your neck,
She hide from the reptile people.
right?
And to some folks, I talk out of my ass, but
Ace Ventura.
no, not really. Everything's been pretty calm. EJ ain't been going off on no conspiracies.
Oh
yeah, man. Y'all
But-
ever
Yeah,
heard
you
the
know, EJ be making
you got one.
he make me think about Dale Gribble. That's
He's gonna be
when
so
you
mad.
be talking about a conspiracy, that's all like a fiction.
He was talking
We
about
found out.
making a town militia.
Every town
Amanda?
needs to have a militia, though.
I heard them crying earlier, and I really wanted to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Yes. But yeah, every town need a militia, especially right now, bro.
He wants to lead them and do all the training and stuff. Oh, Al,
Hey.
look at this.
I think his militia is gonna be made of the wrong people, Frankie.
No.
Oh, not like mine.
No,
What do you
not
mean?
like
Oh.
that. I mean, he's
Well-
white, is what I mean. He's white.
Oh, okay.
He's
No,
of the
I mean,
Caucasian persuasion. We don't need any more white militias. No, hell no.
Friday, we went grocery shopping, and we saw 3 black people at Walmart. And I was like, oh, wow, there's a lot of black people today. And that's bad when you see 3, and that's a lot of black people.
Oh, goodness.
But,
Should we do that here when we see white people? Like, oh, it's like 5 of them in one space.
Sound like I need to move to Hawaii then.
Hey, it's flip flop. They the minority here.
I heard. Matter of fact, Joe Rogan was saying on one episode how they don't let white people buy a lot of land. They don't play that.
They
Like
hold
they,
on to it.
yeah, like nah. You want to buy this? You ain't getting
Certain
this.
areas,
Nah.
certain properties, they have like stipulations on the listing, like must be of like Hawaiian descent or whatever. Like
I don't
to buy
blame
the
them.
house.
I don't blame them at all. I don't blame them one damn bit.
Yeah, they don't play that. They like if black people could mobilize the way that Hawaiians do, bruh.
We ain't had no whole continent. So let me phrase that. We, the Black Americans, don't have a whole continent.
man, we just need.
Look, everybody just need to move to Atlanta, and that's it.
No!
Everybody move to Atlanta.
Atlanta Renaissance.
Just take over Atlanta. You know,
We
we
could
got
get
it.
Dr. Umar to put us up some speeches and stuff. To look at.
Okay.
Why you look
he
like
might
that,
not like
Calvin?
me.
ain't definitely not go like a man.
I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
Man, I've been talking so much shit to that man on Instagram.
Hey, he gonna see my white girlfriend.
You may not bring your white wife. You may not bring your white wife. Man, it's been fun, man.
Frankie might slide though. His wife ain't white.
Yeah, my wife Asian.
I thought he was Asian.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm part Asian, but I don't know which one.
Yeah.
I even did the ancestry like test and whatnot, and I was like, okay, black, which is 53%, Nigeria, Sierra Leone. Next part was Portuguese and Spanish. I was like, yeah, I knew that. That's from the Puerto Rican side. And then went down. It was like British. I was like, yeah, that's from colonization. Mm-hmm. And then it was like Native American and East Asian. I was like, oh, okay.
How much
like,
is Asian?
Shit about everybody.
Yeah, how much was the Asian?
It was only like 3%.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, like 3%.
They still haven't processed my test.
I told you it was gonna take a while. When you said what you were saying, they told you
6 to 8 weeks, and these 8 weeks need to come on.
and you talking about people say they get
took like
these
2
in
months.
like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Man, it took me
Mine
like
took
3 or
2
4
months.
months to get mine.
Wait, and then y'all did DNA. She did Ancestry.
No. I did
I
as well.
23andMe.
Oh.
Yeah, but I did Ancestry.
No. I'm saying I thought, and she's trying to find her family tree. You was just looking for like nationalities and stuff, right?
No, Ancestry
No,
it does both of those.
Oh, it does both. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't know because I never mentioned the family tree part. He just talked about the races.
Well,
Oh yeah, I spit in the little tube.
Well, it's like secondary. Like it really, it's a little tacked on because it only really goes by like, if those people have done Ancestry as well, that's the only way they gonna come up in your tree, and you have to go and put people in your tree so that it can make the estimations or whatever and find the links to other
23andMe
people.
is kind of weird though.
Wait, so there's no joint DNA collective thing that they all pull from?
No, they all. It's
hey,
only.
We just make that shit for real.
No.
They got their own databases.
No. I'm not saying that there's not like a huge DNA database somewhere. I'm saying that
no. I'm saying that these companies, like, okay, like you said, they would have to use Ancestry. So Ancestry stuff need to be pulled in with 23andMe and so on and so forth. And
they all test differently too.
I don't think
we don't. I mean, they might test differently, but they all ultimately gonna test the same things.
I don't
I'm
think
saying
that
the way they
Ancestry and 23andMe are licensing their service out like that right now.
Oh, I'm not saying that they are. I'm saying, there's a void for market.
Oh yeah, sure, there definitely is. But
I mean, I'm sure somebody can make a company
they're
like
not
that
supposed to do that.
and just buy the data.
Yeah,
You know
but they got the data.
Like your data being sold every day.
Oh yeah, they got the data. They gonna do whatever they want with it. Can't do nothing about it. But yeah, to do the family tree and stuff, like all that is internal with each company, and that's why your DNA results will change over time. At least on Ancestry, because as they get new DNA in, as more people do the Ancestry test, they get more information. They get more data to make even closer approximations. So
see, the problem with that is it's gonna be most of the stuff people want to know gonna come from the older folks, and they ain't mess with that job. You know how much crime they got away with back in the day? Wasn't no damn forensics. That shit is new.
Yeah.
You better find out your granddad used to be a damn serial killer. Matter of fact, that's how they found out this cop used to be. He was like this serial killer that got away. They never found who he was. All this DNA stuff. Some distant cousin of his.
Oh, the Golden Gate Killer.
Things. Yeah,
Hey, spoilers.
Yeah, some distant cousin of his, some young little cousin he never even met, just happened to do it. And you share enough DNA with your relatives that they was able to ping, all the way back, and was like, oh, we know who this motherfucker is.
Yeah, so what is the I'm watching a HBO series about that now, about the Golden State Killer. I'll Be Gone in the Dark or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
I don't know. I got it from that it's a podcast I listen to called Dope Labs. It's ran by these two black female doctors. It's an exclusive Spotify thing, actually. Actually, they always say they recording in Spotify studio, which I ain't even Spotify has studios until I started listening.
Yeah.
They were talking about it. Right, yeah, they were talking about it, like a good while ago. And then all of a sudden I hear about this documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how they found out. And apparently there's not that much difference from, DNA to DNA. It's like a very, very small even percentage that ties people who related together in the first place from person to person. Like it's very minuscule difference between everybody's DNA, and that little tiny bit of like 0.% is what makes us related or not. And that's how they track everything. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Dang. Yeah, man, but I can't. Shoot, that come on tomorrow or what? Sundays. I think it come on Sundays. I don't know. Now I'm all spoiled because I didn't know anything about the Golden State Killer before this. Like I never.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I kind of heard.
Did you hear he was black? Because that blew my mind.
A little bit every so often.
I heard of it, but I never heard about it. Like what it actually was about. Like
yeah, we was
he
little
would
when
come
all that was
up and the conversation or a list or something when you're talking about serial killers and stuff. But I never knew like the story behind it. So yeah, all this stuff is very interesting. Yeah, now I didn't have the whole thing spoiled. I don't even feel like watching it no more.
I didn't know.
Dang.
Matter of fact, I don't know. Dope Labs covered that whole segment. It wasn't even the whole podcast. Wasn't even about it. It was specifically about DNA tests in general and how they work. And they covered that piece in like 15 minutes. So what the hell they made a show about? All that teeny tiny details. They stretched the hell out of that thing anyway.
It's pretty good seeing how it's going. Yeah, they stretching it. I mean, it's a whole.
They gonna do stuff like talk to this detective, talk to that social worker, talk to that FBI agent, and all that other stuff. Just tell me who it was. How y'all found out?
What it is that the show is like made off of, what the documentary is made off of, is of course I don't know the woman name, but Patton Oswalt, the comedian, his wife wrote a book about it, or she was writing like crime, like basically doing I think she had like a website and she was making posts, writing stories about crime, and then she ended up focusing on the Golden State Killer and wrote a bunch about him. And she was apparently doing her on investigation and stuff and finding interesting connections. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's following that and following the things that happen with her and stuff. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty good show so far. But I'm into that kind of true crime stuff too.
That's cool.
Oh, I can start sending them drama podcasts to you. Then there's a bunch of true crime drama podcasts. I'm sick of true crime.
Yeah. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would listen to that for a while. Tiffany listened to them, and they be sounding boring as hell.
But it's one that I was interested to listen to that I put in like my back pocket. I listen to it one of these days. It was a thing they call him the dating show, the dating game show killer. Like they put him on like he was like on a dating show, but he was.
I know about that.
Yeah, there was a drama podcast for that. I ain't listened to it yet, but it sounds pretty.
So wait, they put him on the show and they knew he was a killer?
No, they didn't know. They didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, they just happened to get put on the show. Yeah, they just happened to put him on the show. You just lined him up with doggone victims. Oh yeah, ready to be on the show, Tom. Oh, we gonna
like
set y'all up on a date.
Right? 80s or 70s, right?
The trailer didn't. The trailer I was listening to, I didn't hear a date on it, but it probably was because we don't do that now.
Yeah,
dating hard enough at all. Don't put me on a doggone show.
Yeah.
Just get on Tinder. It's easy.
Oh, have y'all?
Wait, do y'all want to talk about that Xbox thing? Oh, what was you saying, Frank?
Oh, I was gonna say start a conspiracy thing, but we can talk about the Xbox.
Oh yeah, we should definitely talk about that at least for,
touch
for a
on
little while. That was pretty big.
Yes, Frankie and Alfred tell me and Amanda about the Xbox.
I didn't read it.
You didn't read it. All you had to do was watch the video, and all you had to do was show. I sent the Halo video for you to show.
EJ, he is so excited.
Okay. I thought he would be. Yeah. Did he know?
I think it depends. Oh.
Did he know that was coming?
No, he had no clue.
Okay. See, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I know you'd be hyped then. If you just had no clue that this was about to happen.
He knew it was coming.
He said he didn't know.
You don't follow.
Of course he knew it was coming. There's a new Xbox coming. That's like Nintendo not dropping a Mario game when a new system come out. Of course there's a new Halo coming.
I mean, he knew. I'm sure he
That's
knew
different. Okay.
Halo was
Nintendo
coming.
is a national
He didn't know
treasure.
they was about to drop a Halo trailer.
I mean, he probably didn't, expected the trailer to drop, but he knew a Halo game was coming. Like, there's an Xbox coming.
He did. Well, we were talking about it before on the episode he was on too. Yeah.
But I was impressed.
I wanted to be on this one too, but I told him he couldn't sit with me.
What? Why not?
Because he waited too long to ask.
Well, he is always welcome, but yeah. So it was pretty cool. They actually it was like just games, and that was what I like most about the showcase. Like they really did just showcase games for the most part. It wasn't a whole lot of talking and stuff. There were little snippets of developers talking about the games, like for some things, like right after they showed their trailer, usually cinematic trailer, maybe not even in engine trailer. But Halo Infinite was definitely gameplay. They had, I don't think enough, but they did show gameplay for a little while, but it looked fine to me. I mean, I am interested in playing that, but I'll be playing it on PC. I'm not getting an Xbox.
Man, you and Chris be killing me with all this PC talk.
Well, that's the thing with Xbox, and the big thing about this showcase, what they show, all the games that they showed will be available on Game Pass, like at release, at launch. They will be available on Game Pass for the small subscription fee. You can play all those games, and most of them will also be on PC with the Game Pass on PC.
That's actually how me and DJ got on it, because I texted him. I was like, yo, bro, I might be I don't know,
you might be jumping ship.
it might be jumping ship.
What?
And then he was like, all they got is Halo. And
it is the more powerful
whatnot.
console.
And, my explanation was the fact that, yeah, you got Halo, which is confirmed now, Fable, which I grew up on Fable.
Yeah. They showed Fable at the very end. It was a small, it was a very short cinematic trailer that didn't really show anything. But it was just to announce that, hey, that stuff you heard about years ago about Playground Games making a Fable game, that was real, and it is happening, and you're gonna get it sometime in the probably not near future, but sometime in the future it's coming, because it doesn't seem like they have a whole lot ready for that yet.
Yeah, I told him I was on the fence or whatnot, and then I forgot he mentioned the exclusives and everything for PS 4 and 5, and I was like, yeah, that is a one thing. But then Game Pass, I pay my subscription for my access. I get a whole bunch of games. I get my 2, 3, 4 free games every month. Yeah. And then with Game Pass, it'd be brand new spanking games like The Outer Worlds. I was hyped for that, and then I found out it was coming on Game Pass, and I was like, oh, I ain't even got to pay the $60.
Right.
It's already included with my membership. So then I was playing on there. And then one thing I hit on specifically was the fact that I pay for like 250 megabytes per second for my house, right? For the internet.
Yeah.
Every time that I use PS4, I'm hitting only if I'm on Wi-Fi, 30 megabytes per second. If I wire it up, I'm hitting between maybe 35, 40 to 100 at max.
Okay, that's strange.
Yeah, and then
it shouldn't be like that over the wired connection, but the wireless is certainly sorry. Horrible. Even on, do you have a PlayStation 4 Pro?
Nah, it's the launch model.
See, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if I had the Slim, it would be higher.
Yeah, because the launch PS4s, they don't have I don't think they have a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Yeah, they only had a 2.4 gigahertz. And now we getting into the weeds of it. I got Frank on here. It's nice to have somebody who know what I'm talking about. when
I'm on Xbox though, I have a 1S. I'm getting a consistent wireless or Wi-Fi, a consistent 200 to 246 megabytes per second.
Yep. I
can download a 100. I downloaded Modern Warfare within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30, 45 minutes.
That's amazing, because that is a massive fucking game.
That is.
And I'm like, comparing, I'm like, okay, I know Microsoft is going to have the network capability because they are from a company that's built on network capability and computing. And then,
not to mention, they got their ass handed to them about their damn fucking network adapters on the fucking 360. I'm sure they're trying to get past that and live that down.
Yeah, and I'm like, do I go with the people I know gonna have the horse? Basically, I'm deciding between a Tesla and a Dodge Charger. I know the Dodge Charger gonna have the horsepower and whatnot. It may not have the exact features I want. It may not have the creature comforts, but it's got the horsepower under the hood. Then I got the Model 3 over here. Convenient, up to date, pretty streamlined, but I don't know. Wait. I'm on the fence.
Which one is which in that scenario?
Xbox.
The PlayStation is the
okay.
Because it has the horse. It's the muscle car.
Yeah.
And then you got the new sexy, the PS5, the lower class Tesla.
Yeah.
With all the bells and whistles, but none of the power to back it up.
Yeah. I wouldn't say none of the power.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say none of the power.
In comparison,
you talking about?
I mean, in comparison, it's only lacking like 1 point something teraflops.
1.5 teraflops, basically. Yeah.
Too many teraflops missing. Can't do it.
But to add to that, I play on the PlayStation more because the graphical fidelity when I'm looking is more consistent. Like when I play World War Z on Xbox, around the edges of the characters and the movement is kind of grainy. It's kind of pixelated when they're moving. Switch to PlayStation, I don't see any of that. I'm immersed. I don't see any slowdown on.
So which Xbox?
Me and Liz gonna leave and just let you and Adam talk.
One S.
We're just gonna back.
The One S.
That's the One S. Okay.
And I have it upscaled to 4K.
Yeah, because most of the time, the One S is rendering out. I mean, I think that it's at 960p and being upscaled most of the time.
Yeah, which I would have to have like a 1X to accurately.
Yeah, because
like a PS Pro.
Usually the one X is getting the, if you have it connected to a 4K TV, you're getting native 4K. Depending on which title it is, it's different for each title, and what you're getting over on PS4 is usually 1440p upscale to 4K or something around that.
Yeah. So I'm still split, but at the same time, I'm not really worried. I'm most likely going to get a PS5 since Xbox ecosystem. You still gonna be able to get the new games on an Xbox One.
Yeah,
right. Get the best. Right. I'm not necessarily forced to upgrade to get like the first party titles. Yeah, because it's from an Xbox, a company that they bought a subsidy. So yeah. So PS5 most likely. I mean.
That's a good point. Like, you will be able to still play all the new games that come out on
new Halo
on Xbox, on the Xbox One. And it makes you kind of question if the reason why it depends on what you think about it, because I didn't think Halo looked that great.
I didn't either.
I didn't think Halo Infinite looked that great. It looked last gen. It looked this gen, rather.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe their focus was solely on showing, just showing something and showing frame rate. Because I mean, shoot, I could play a game that's graphically downscaled, but you turn them frame, like if you like on my iPad, I'm using my iPad right now. I play 120 FPS in Fortnite and other games, even though the graphics aren't up to standard as a Xbox or PlayStation. Just the frame rate alone, I'm like, don't matter to me. It's good. Like, it reacts.
Yeah. Resolution doesn't matter as much as frame rate to you. That's what you're saying. Yeah. And that's another thing coming out of this this next gen is, are we going to focus more on frame rate, or are we just going to have everything 4K, all the resolution, all the pixels,
all the fixings,
and don't care about how the games are playing? Which it seems like it might be that way because Assassin's Creed Valhalla is only running at 30 frames per second on the next gen consoles. They've already put that out there, that there's not going to be 60 hertz there. So they probably, 60 frames per second.
One thing they did get me on that I was like, ooh, if I get that, that'd be awesome. The fact that they're gonna do like the old games, like Xbox 360 and stuff, trying to have them run at 120 FPS with the improved graphics from the hardware.
Yeah, that is what I want to see. I want to see more of.
If they can prove that, if they can show proof of concept on that,
Yeah.
then it would make it even harder for me to choose.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was all I was interested in the showcase was Halo Infinite and the Fable announcement at the end. There were a bunch of like smaller indie titles. Oh, Avalon. What was
I know what
from
you're talking about. The one from Obsidian.
yeah, the one from Obsidian. They're making a new RPG.
Yeah.
A
I know you're talking about. That's on the
new
tip of my
IP.
tongue. Avowed.
Avowed, yeah. Yeah, Avowed looks pretty good.
A new
They had
RPG.
some
That
stuff they
that
didn't
sounds
need to
pretty good.
know though.
Yeah. What'd you say?
They had like I said, they had like extra stuff you really didn't even need though, like the whole Orion, the Wisp, or the Forest, the Blind
Ori and
Forest.
the Blind Forest.
Yeah, like
that's
we're doing a patch to do 120 FPS.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What-
bro,
you-
you could have just like posted that on Instagram or something. Like, I don't even know. It's a patch. It's not.
it's
You not.
a
And not only that,
popular
but
game for them though.
yeah, it is. It's a. But I don't know. It seems
I
like
got it
increasing
on
the frame rate on
Switch.
that game is like,
Yeah. But Game Pass really kind of
It's a good
boosted the
value.
player base for that game. Like a lot of people played it because of that. And so a lot of what they're bringing, man, they're serious about that Game Pass stuff. It's like they really were pushing Game Pass, or they really are pushing Game Pass more than they're even pushing the console.
Yeah.
They're like,
I mean, that's
look at all this stuff, man. And then they
that's
got
where they wanna
xCloud
win.
along with that. So they're gonna put the Xbox Online and Games with Gold, Game Pass, Ultimate, and the xCloud together,
Have
which
you
is
tried xCloud?
crazy. Yeah, I've used it some. It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's
I mean, I
alright.
played No Man's Sky on it, and it was decent enough.
It is, if I'm at home with my 250 megabits per second connection, it's fine. I do notice that now I don't have an Xbox One controller, so I use my PS4 controller with it, and there is definite lag over Bluetooth. It's like half a second. Like it's too much. And but I also have a cord that is USB-C on one side and micro USB on the other to plug in directly, and it's a lot better like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's really playable. Everything looks good. It's just 720p video, which looks fine on the phone. And they haven't really talked about what they're going to do more with the xCloud stuff. Like, are they bringing, I mean, of course, you have to assume they're going to be bringing it to PC
Yeah, I think they
and other devices. Well, I guess you can already, I assume you could play it on iPad. Is that what you playing?
You talking about xCloud?
Yeah, it's only on Android.
Nah,
still?
they there was a period where they had signups for it, but it's closed already. I played it on before I got the iPad for drawing and my art stuff. I had a Galaxy Tab S6, and I hooked up the Xbox controller to it, and it was fine. It was smooth. Cool. But I also got I usually play Game Pass and stuff on my PC, or I stream the Xbox to my PC.
Yeah,
because the kids be wanting to watch, Dragon Tales or some shit.
So game streaming is already working. You could already is that in xCloud? That's completely separate from xCloud though.
It's
because
separate from xCloud. Yeah, but it is part of the app. The only issue is they haven't made they basically, the game streaming in the app is just for remote, so you can control the console. They don't have video, they just have the feedback. But on your desktop, they actually have, you see whatever you're doing. You can control it. You know, you can actually play your games instead of just using your phone or something as a remote.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So doing that, is that better than xCloud? Like, is the input latency less?
It's about the same, honestly.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
I thought it
I
would
say
be
xCloud,
better.
I get a little bit of lag, but as far as streaming, like I changed the settings because they give you the options on the corner, like if you wanted to use this much bandwidth, if you want you know, full 4K, 1080p, you know. So I do the max and it works pretty good. I be playing Modern Warfare with the Xbox controller hooked up to the PC.
Did you try? Yeah. Have you tried Stadia?
Nah, Stadia didn't interest me.
Yeah, no, it didn't interest anybody really because it's a stupid concept. It's not
exactly.
Really, it's not really there yet.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if
Google
you
has a bad habit of picking up.
Maybe.
And Google has a bad habit of jumping into new technologies that sound good, and then they just like, it don't work.
Google Glass.
Well, everybody was imagining
just leave
the
it to
Netflix of games, and then y'all come out and say, "Oh, no, it's not that. You still gotta pay for all the games you get, just like you would if you had a physical console
on top of the service.
You don't actually own it.
Where's the upside?
And if this thing goes down and we just decide not to support it, like we've done to a bunch of other stuff before, you just lose everything."
You know what? And I'm mad they got rid of the yearly subscription to Gold, because
that's only because they're doing the Game Pass Ultimate thing now.
Yeah, but I did get my money's worth because I bought a year's worth of Ultimate, or no, a year's worth of Game Pass, turned it into Ultimate. So now I have a year's worth of Ultimate for the price of 3 months of Ultimate.
Which is how much for those that don't have an Xbox?
$15 a month for
what?
Ultimate.
Yeah, so instead of $15 a month, I paid $59 for a whole year.
Oh,
Ultimate.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Because what is games for gold a month? $5?
I want to say 10.
It's $10 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
the whole
it's about the same like the PlayStation Network is I guess $10 a month too, but usually everybody pays for the whole year for $60.
I mean,
because it only makes
unless you go to Game Flip.
Yeah, unless you go to Game Flip, get a little discount on that. Say about $5.
You basically, if you had
you save me 10, I would pay 50.
If you had GameFly with PlayStation, it equals out. Sorry.
Wait, what equals out?
I said, so for basically the option PlayStation owners have is GameFly to basically be like their Game Pass.
No, not at all. I completely disagree with that because you gotta wait.
I know.
You gotta wait for the games to come. It's not the same
swap
thing.
Them out.
I can go on here right now, the Game Pass, get downloaded on this game and be playing in minutes.
I'm saying that's why Game Pass is so unique. You have that option, and the only option that PS4 owners have is PS Now, which I had that and I tried it and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Or GameFly,
but
so that you can swap out games.
But you can download most of the PS4 games for PlayStation Now since 2018, and they do not advertise that well. So everybody thinks that it's only streaming with PlayStation Now, but you can actually download the PS4 game. You can't download the PS3. I believe they had PS2 games.
I miss my PS3 games though.
You
I
miss
wish they
your
would
PS3
make
game?
and Xbox 360 because I like the fact that they have backwards compatibility, but some games that are classics they don't have, like Max Payne 3, the best Max Payne, they don't have it.
Yeah.
The fact that do they have Max Payne on there at all? Because that'll win me over.
Nah.
It didn't have that didn't get like
they had Midnight Club
definitive
LA
edition or something? Or
nah, not on Game Pass. Like
no, I meant
Midnight
like a
Club
remaster for or not a remaster, but a port
for
new consoles.
The One?
Stuff.
No, I wish they did.
So that was only on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 6.
Yeah. Like I had to buy Burnout. I want to say it was Burnout Revenge because I felt like playing Burnout. Like I was like, oh, backwards compatibility. Look through the list. Oh, they got Burnout Revenge. Then I looked for Fable. They got all the Fables. And then Midnight Club. Oh, like cool, Midnight Club LA. Then you got the dub edition. They didn't decide to have the black edition. You know what I'm saying?
And that's on Xbox?
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
that would have won me over.
Can you buy Xbox 360 games off the network?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could just buy them off the network, download them to your Xbox One, and play them.
Yeah. Well, I got actual disc, but you can buy.
But you can do that. Huh.
Yeah. The only one that was online that I bought that mattered to me was Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had online. I didn't even know that. I never played a Fallout game, and I still hadn't even loaded up Outer Worlds, and I bought it day one.
Go ahead.
Wait, whoa. Hold the hell up. You still ain't played?
I ain't played
like
nothing,
at all.
Jay.
Like
I ain't
late AF,
nothing.
late AF gaming, everybody. Late AF gaming.
And I started playing Last of Us Part 2, and I put it down, and I hadn't even felt like going back yet. I got Ghost of Tsushima. I still hadn't loaded that up yet.
I'm about to say, I don't know why you got it.
That till I got a Switch.
Play it.
Yeah.
Okay. All this talking about streaming of these old games, but no one. How the hell I'm playing my old Dreamcast games? I want to play Dreamcast. Who's streaming the Dreamcast games? Nintendo need to get on that because they're the only ones gonna do it.
That's
get
true.
You a PSP. I seen your PSP with some Sega Dreamcast games loaded on it.
Man.
Yeah.
I still got a PSP.
You can do it on the Vita too.
And I got a Vita too.
Yeah. I'm trying to be legit.
I got a 64 emulator.
Because it's a
Super Nintendo.
It was a Dreamcast game I used to have, and I loved that game, even though I could not beat that thing to save my life. It was a racing game, but you raced on hoverboards, rocket-powered hoverboards. And like I was doing pretty good at that thing.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That sounds very familiar.
Like everybody wore like a pink Power Ranger looking suit, but man, I could not beat that game. As soon as I started getting further and further into the races, them races got too hard. I could not beat them guys. I just figured I was too young to really understand how to play for real. But man, I want to play that game so bad. And I looked at all the little Dreamcast, like. No, but I meant the like the little collection games they had that came on 360. They had a few that came on 360. Like one of them had Crazy Taxi, Big Bass Fishing, and Sonic Adventures on it. Like they had a couple other ones too. None of them had that game on. I guess it wasn't that really popular of a game. So
Trick Style.
I need to find out who got the. Oh, that's what it was called. Oh snap!
What'd you say, Frank?
I was saying, what about Amanda? I know she probably got some game she wished was still around or something.
Barbie's Dream makeup thing.
Yeah, Barbie Dream House. Would you?
Oh, I didn't really never like games except for Sims and the first Red Dead. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were into the original Red Dead Online.
Yeah, until I bought that horse that
Red
didn't
Dead
transfer
Redemption
from
Online.
the story to the
Ooh.
game. I didn't understand games then. That made
Oh
me so
yeah,
mad.
she bought the DLC like horse, thinking she could play it in the online. Which
Oh.
I mean, who what
I mean,
makes
that
you
makes
think she
sense,
could
I
play
guess, yeah.
play it
Yeah.
in the online? But it wasn't available in the online, and that was all she cared about.
Playing it after that.
Did you even beat Did you beat Red Dead Redemption 1?
No, I got to 42% and I quit.
Yeah.
Dang, you didn't even get to play Undead Nightmare and stuff.
Oh no, I don't do zombies.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I guess with that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Everybody, please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, anything possible you can do to show that you mess with us, and we'll see you next time. All right. Peace.
Peace out.